Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back for another tournament game. We're here in the Upland Moa Melee. It is our last group stage game, and as often seems to be the case, we have a pretty straightforward situation here. We have to win if we want to get through into the next round, so we are going to be aiming for exactly that. And luckily, we are going first here in this game, so we are going to jump in. We're going to get a little sneaky peek at that tray, but we're also going to look at our starting hand here. And okay, we've got lots and lots of good options. I mean, 5 brown powers. I think that's always what you want to see in these starting hands. But yeah, I did get a little look at the tray there. Mute Swan, absolutely, yes please. I want everything to do with you. And we're going to have fun in this wetlands, but got to work out what else we really want to go with that. So this Heron, I think, is pretty good. Had some good success as a nice brown power in the wetlands. Obviously quite expensive, but we may be able to make that work. Issa Phoebe as well is also quite tempting with these end of round goals as well. Maybe pick up a couple of points and just help get a little bit of food. And with the Mute Swan, the key is always just building out that wetlands as quickly as possible. So that extra food is going to help. So suppose card going to make a difference? Probably not. I think we'll go Nest Box Builder here. Not a fan of the data analyst, so we'll leave that. But yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, we've got Silver Eye as well, which kind of for similar reasons to the Phoebe is tempting. And obviously the Nectar, really flexible in terms of what you can spend that on, whereas Worm's obviously a bit more restrictive. But I think, just trying to work this out, I think there is a world here where we pick up the Swan just on its own, and then maybe look at playing Phoebe in the grasslands, lay eggs for a little bit, get the food that we need to go and play, yeah, the Heron and the Swan, and go from there. Equally, as I say, could just stick Phoebe in the wetlands and lay eggs on that, and then play the Swan as well, and then obviously use this kind of as the way of getting that little bit of food as the game goes on. Could equally just leave this. I mean, I'm sort of trying to work out if this is feasible as an option as well, and just pick up and play the Mute Swan and just go with the Swan and the Heron. And I think it's kind of the engine where once you've got things going, you sort of don't really necessarily need a whole lot of food. You kind of just want to score points, get the tucks, get the caches, of course, and look for more strong brown powers. I mean, yeah, if we are going Nest Box Builder, as I say, I think Phoebe would help. I think Phoebe will help with these end of round goals, which is certainly tempting. So I think we'll do something like this, and as I say, pick up the Mute Swan and just leave. I mean, maybe my opponent wants to go Silver Eye, give me a bit of food. I certainly wouldn't say no, but let's lock that in. And yeah, as I say, I'll have to have a little think. Where does Phoebe go best here? Grasslands or wetlands? It's a bit of a toss-up between the two. And our opponent has picked, I gave him 4 birds and 2 food, so very strong on the cards there for the opening. But yeah, not going to change our mind whatsoever. We're grabbing that Mute Swan and been having a little think about how we're going to approach this. And I think this first end around goal might be worth going for. We have got the 2 platform nests, and I feel like these kind of end around goals, particularly the ones where it's birds with a specific nest type, or just generally these end around goals where you only normally see 1 or 2 points scored on those. Oh, okay. Just gonna interrupt me very briefly while I block this kill here. Oh man, that's kind of... Does that change things? I mean, I think we have to take this. I can't just leave that. But anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the tray, these end around goals, yeah, normally if you get just 2 points on it, you can win that. So that might be something we go for. But yeah, Killdeer. Okay. I mean, I don't see that as enough of a reason to kind of sway. I think I like Swan, Heron in the wetlands a bit more than this, so We obviously need to play the Phoebe first of all anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, that's certainly a bit of a spanner in the works, having Killdeer pop up. But that's kind of interesting. So yeah, my opponent, even keeping 4 birds, still wants to go and draw cards twice. So very, very greedy on the cards in this early game. We'll see if there's a forest bird to go down. But yeah, for sure, the Phoebe worms are going to help my opponent a little bit. That's always the thing with these card powers, and yeah, it's sort of what's maybe keeping me off the Silver Eye a little bit. Is that nectar is just so much more helpful, whereas worms, you know, you got to have birds that need to eat those worms. Luckily, we do here with these lovely wetland birds, but yeah, not always the case. But certainly, yeah, when you're kind of card rich and food poor, every little bit of extra food helps. So kind of see how much difference that's going to make. All right, they're just grabbing 2 nectar, so we'll see what that's going to get useful. But yeah, I'll sort of try and explain what I'm thinking here, and it might involve, as I say, playing the Heron first. So we can obviously do that. We can spend the nectar in place of the rat, and then when we lay eggs again, we're going to get another worm. And then we could just lay eggs again, and you know, we're looking ahead to that second Ed Raugol as well. But also, we're just thinking we're going to need eggs at some point. As always, when you're going in these wetlands engines, you need eggs somewhere just to play the birds. And so, if we're sort of front loading in the early game, we're getting these eggs and kind of using them for this dual benefit of hitting these Ed Raugols, and then later on spending those to get birds down. It's just going to be a bit quicker, I think. Sometimes. Yeah, if you go and mute Swan and you draw cards a bunch and you find what you want to play, you then have to take that turn out laying eggs first. And then that's going to really slow you down a little bit. But okay, they're going with the pink power. So, given that's going to start against some free eggs, I think we lay eggs again now. So we'll lay eggs again. Then we can play the Heron. And then lay eggs again, and then play the Swan. And I think that's our round 1 sorted. So we're actually not gonna really start drawing cards and using this wetlands right away, but we're getting it set up, ready to go into the next round. And yeah, as I say, Killdeer, I think we're going to leave that. I mean, there's certainly a world where we could go Killdeer with the Silver Eye and the Phoebe in the grasslands, and that'd be a little bit chaotic. But I see Mute Swan. I like Mute Swan. And you've gone with the Zebrafinch, so okay, you're going to try and benefit off my seed now, are you? I see how it is. Well, you're going to get that, at least for now, because as I say, we do have to play this Heron for the end of our goal, so we'll do that. We'll get our eggs down on it, and yeah, I mean, we may well see another. It's already a star nest, so maybe another platform nest type is going to come out. But if so, we're still getting points because we're tying instead of losing, which is the same as winning instead of tying. So it's not platform nest, so we're going to be alright. So we're going to lay eggs here. And yeah, as I say, we're going to get our food we need for the Swan. So that's going to go down, and we're sort of just setting ourselves up. This has been a bit of a patient, I guess, round 1. Get the engine set up, get the Swan down, and then we can commence digging, and we know we're scoring 2 points each time. We're going to hope for some points off that Heron as well. And we're going to have the choice of maybe keeping some of that food, so depending on what birds we find. If that fish is going to be useful for the food cost, that might be something we look at doing. But I think otherwise we'll just take the points, take the caches, and yeah, just dig for a little bit. Dig for a little bit, see what we can find, look for more tucking birds, look for... yeah, Mockingbird really is the ideal partner for the Swan, but some more nice wetland engine birds, those brown powers. Kind of what we're going to be after. And yeah, certainly with this pink power going down in the Bronx Cuckoo, certainly feel like wetlands is going to be the better option rather than the grasslands, and just give free eggs away to my opponent pretty constantly throughout the game. So looks like they're grabbing some food, grabbing some nectar. So yeah, we may well see some birds go down, but yeah, for us, I say easy Easy decision here. Swan goes down. We're going to leave as many eggs on the Phoebe as we can. I say just kind of looking a little bit ahead to that next end around goal. Might be one where we have to lay eggs again, but we could just get away with those 4 eggs because it doesn't look like my opponent's going super grasslands heavy here. So we may, I say, may just be able to get away with that and get some extra points, and that's always nice. And yeah, win those first 2 end of round goals. And not worry too much about the last 2. I mean, we could potentially be getting some more big point birds down. Maybe find some Benelli's Eagle type birds. But certainly that last one, I don't imagine we're going to be playing too many birds. The whole point of setting up this wetlands engine is to run that as long as possible and score loads and loads of points. So we do win the end of round goal. Opponent actually on 0, so they must have played a bird. Oh, Goldeneye, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice teal power there with the cavity nests and another one coming up in the nuthatch. So I'm sure that's going to get picked up, but yeah, definitely nice. Nice to get that down early and nice to get some free eggs through. For us, as I say, it's straightforward. We've got our wetlands going, so we'll start drawing some cards and hopefully find some good stuff. It's all about what we can find from the deck here and just use this Mute Swan power. And as I said, it's kind of key to just get this wetlands going, get it built out as quickly as you can, because you can tuck up to 3 birds, but you need the 3 birds there to tuck on. So we've only got 2 at the moment. The sooner we can find that 3rd, in theory, Killdeer could go there. Don't think we're going to do that, but interestingly, not going for the nuthatch, but picking up some other stuff. So I think we'll go ahead and draw. And key is quite interesting. Red kite, not so much. So I think we'll tuck those 2 bye-bye to the Killdeer. And yeah, I don't think any of these are really what I'm after, but that's definitely what I like to see. Heron doing a great job. So I think we're just going to cash those. When you hit the jackpot like that, you just want to take the points. So yeah, I'll say certainly see myself needing a little bit of food later. I mean, maybe we could play this hawk, but I think what I could be doing is just taking food. I mean, if the feed is like it is now, or I can just get a nectar, maybe a reroll and get another nectar, throw away a card. I think that's quite straightforward to go and do that. So certainly something we'll consider. But yeah, if the Heron's going to do that every turn, I'll quite happily just dig for a bit and score a bunch of points, see some more cards, and hopefully, yeah, just try and build this out. And if we can get some more tucking birds, that's definitely what we are going to be looking for. So it looks like lots of nectar's going to come up, and this is something we've got to be aware of. This is something we've got to be paying attention to. Are these nectar points? We're kind of not going to target it too much, but I think it's important to qualify and just sometimes getting that single bird down. That you know, you spent a nectar for it, you get 2 extra points. It's something we'll look at, and I don't know, maybe this Kea, I keep calling it a Kia, and people keep telling me I'm wrong, so I think it's Kea. We're going to go with that. Something like that late in the game. Potentially for that last round, we could go with that. So, yeah, look like we're taking food, so we're just going to keep drawing. Ooh, Pekeko. Another one I can't pronounce. That will definitely be a nice one. So I think we say goodbye to the hawk. Oh, stubble quail as well. All right, okay. So this time, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this fish, because now what I can do is I can take food. I think I throw the stubble quail. I think I'm all right to throw that, because to be honest, any extra food, I mean, if it's coming through on the Heron, it's points there anyway, and if it's coming through elsewhere, I probably use it on the Kea. I probably need it to play other birds anyway. So I think we'll pass on the quail. Would have been really good for my opponent to get that, so glad they didn't. But yeah, we can, let's say, keep that fish. That's the wild food cost. Hopefully get 2 of those nectars in the feeder. Yeah, we are. Indeed, lovely stuff. Oh, Flamingo. Oh, all right. I see how it is. Okay. Damn, that's going to make things a lot more tricky this game. Well, I think we sort of made our bed. So we're going to lie in it a little bit. But wow, okay. I was not expecting or preparing for a flamingo. So yeah, that's going to be pretty strong. Obviously, with 2 cubes down, that's 2 tucks every time, and the more turns we spend drawing, the more that is going to get used, and the more points are going to come through. So, got to watch out for that. For sure. That's a very, very nice counter to what we're doing. So, alright, we may have to think carefully about how we play the rest of this game. It's not just going to be autopilot. Tuck on the mute swan. We may need to actually look at playing some birds. We may need to look at really working around this flamingo, because that definitely... I mean, I talked about spanner in the works earlier with that killdeer. This is like a whole toolbox of spanners all at once, so... not the bird I wanted to see, but... Yeah, I think we just truck on for now. I think we just play the Pukeko anyway, and... Yeah, we're a little bit between a rock and a hard place, because we can't exactly go grasslands, because we've got this cuckoo. And we can't just go wetlands forever. Oh, well, maybe we can, because East Imperial Eagle's there, so we're definitely going to grab that. And okay. Yeah, so we'll go 2 off the top first. And yeah, we'll just go and tuck, and now we can pick up this eagle. And this heron is, I've got to say, doing a magnificent job. Now, I think I do keep caching. I think I do. I'm sort of just trying to rack my brains as to if these fish could ever be useful later. I think we're going to keep caching. I'm sort of thinking like, you know, maybe little penguin comes up or something like that, and I wish I had all the fish, but for now at least, I don't have little penguins, so yeah, if that does come up, then maybe we'll switch tact. But yeah, I may need a turn taking food somewhere, just because it's then not a cube for the flamingo to work with. So this is going to be annoying, but yeah, I'd have been way more annoyed if this went down in round 1. I suppose, to be fair, I didn't actually draw that much in round 1, but it is a bird that the longer the game goes on, the kind of less useful it becomes, and the less you want to draw cards. I mean, it could go really, really well with that chaffinch, to be honest. So I'm a little bit annoyed that's come up. Because yeah, the one downside with Flamingo is that you have to draw cards to use it, and then you're sort of lumbered with a bunch of extra cards that you don't really know what to do with. But I think chaffinch there would be a very, very good option to go with. So we'll see if that gets picked up. But if not, we may need to deny it. And alright, back onto our turn. And you'll see opponent is drawing cards, but not picking up the chaffinch. So I think we probably do need to take that. But it's one of those where if my opponent's left it, maybe they don't want it, maybe they're not going to take it again, and they are skipping some tucks on this flamingo. And I think I just get so much benefit from having this Pukeko down. So we're going to risk it for a biscuit, and we're going to play Pukeko first. And yeah, I think this, I say, potentially helps this end of round goal as well, because we're getting eggs down on the swan, being an adjacent bird to the Pukeko. So we're going to hope that that's going to really help us out here. But yeah, I feel like chaffinch here could, to be honest, go in the forest and tuck all these extra cards. So we'll see. But the thing is, with 2 turns left and a nectar, and this end of round goal to contend with, I'm sure my opponent's going to want to play a bird here and then lay some eggs. Because otherwise you are not hitting the end of round goal. So doing it the other way around, laying the eggs first, but chaffinch is still there, so we're definitely blocking that. That is for sure. And I think we're going to spend an egg, because we need the extra tuck, because I want to keep these 2. So we'll go ahead and draw some birds. That kookaburra is actually pretty good. That could go very nicely in this wetlands. This chaffinch definitely will go. Not leaving that. And yeah, I mean, I think we go. I mean, kookaburra hits the bonus card as well. I think we go with that. I think we go with just the 2 tucks. And who knows? I mean, if a fish does come up on the heron, that could be where we want to be using it. So indeed, it does. So we are going to keep this one. And yeah, probably not play it right now. Because we've got this in a round god, but we've also, I tell you, Flamingo just, it gets in your head. It changes the way you play, because I want to draw cards now. Because it's a cube that my opponent can't benefit off. If I wait, if I play the Kookaburra now and draw cards next round, I'm basically giving them an extra cube to work with next round, and that could be giving away a lot of points. So I think it's worth it leaving it for now. So okay, Honey Buzzard, going for all the teals here. But yeah, only two eggs in the ground there. So I'll say if I did play Kookaburra, we'd be down on 2, we'd be tied. We don't want that, so we're gonna draw. We're gonna draw cards, and these are not so good cards. No, we want to keep you, but we're gonna tuck the rest of you. Get our points. And this Heron, I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel like this is massively overperforming what it should be. I will definitely take it. I think we need a little bit of help in this game up against this Flamingo, but yeah, I'll definitely take that. And yeah, so we can look at getting our Kookaburra down in the next round, and this little bit of extra food that's going to come through from it certainly going to help fix up with this Kea later on. So not a great tray, but I think I'm alright with that. So let's get the Kookaburra down, a little bit more egg space to work with on this Pukeko as well, so that's nice. That's going to help us out a little bit, and yeah, we just go back to drawing cards. And this is the thing, when you've already got so many cards in hand, you know, you got to time when you're going to draw carefully. I'd imagine my opponent's going to wait till the last turn of the round, and that's going to be when they look at drawing cards. Use the Flamingo then, because that's when you get maximum cubage. It's that last turn of the round, but I suppose even then, it's, you know, if I draw cards 5 times here and they get 5 cubes to work with, you know, they get 5 points from that, but that's basically equivalent to my engine. So it's not super duper scary, and that's the thing. As I say, the later in the game it goes, you just get less cubes to work with. So much stronger in that first round. And yeah, take some food. I'm sure we're going to see some nice birds come out. But we are going to just go and draw. And okay, Raven coming up. Don't think I want to go for you, but I mean, I don't know. Never say never. We'll take a rat, and maybe that might tempt us later. But I think the rest of these will go. You can all get tucked. Okay, course cannot hatch, not bad. We'll take the cash there, I think. As I say, we've really got to think about nectar spending. And we've got to think about this bonus card. So there's certainly a world I could see in that last round potentially where we take some nectar, we play the nuthatch, and so we qualify in the forest, and then we use that nectar that we gain, using that power, to then play the Kea in the grasslands, and we qualify there as well. I think we're going to have to try and do something clever like that to hit, because obviously, even though we're getting food, we're potentially getting 1 food, maybe 2, if we do keep off the Heron in this wetlands. None of it's nectar, and that's maybe, as I say, where this Raven comes in. If we, you know, maybe there's a scenario where we do play that and just lay eggs once, but I feel like that's not great. I feel like, yeah, I'd rather spend the turn taking food, get a bit of nectar, but we'll see. It's going to depend a little bit what we get from the deck. If we can find other ways, sort of wishing I had that stubble quail back that we saw earlier, because that'd be a nice one to play with all this Kookaburra food. But yeah, I say we have to wait and see. We've got this eagle, which is certainly nice and certainly one that we will want to be playing later. But for now, lots of food being gained, lots of nectar coming through, so a bit terrified what birds we're going to see coming out. But we're just going to keep drawing. So, okay, Whooping Crane, you're certainly interesting. Cowbird as well, although with the golden eye, you're probably not going to be laying eggs that much. I think this time we'll take a worm. Keep laying these eggs. And okay, so yeah, teal I don't want. I think probably cowbird. I think Whooping Crane could be interesting because it eats any food. So that could be a nice play in the final round. Yeah, maybe we do ditch this Raven. I just... not especially sure I can see myself playing that, so... keep going off the top, keep finding not good stuff. But this Heron... I mean, it's probably MVB right now. This Heron, it's doing way better than it should be. I've had some good experiences with this in the past, and that's why I kept it in the starting hand, but it's exceeding all expectations here, that's for sure. Double-digit caches already, so yeah, helping us onto a very nice score. But just notice actually, my opponent's not not qualifying for the end of round goal, so there goes Mockingbird. Mockingbird Flamingo. Okay, so now we may need to take a bit of time out to play some birds. Because yeah, now every cube is doubled. So it's super interesting though. With still 4 nectar, what's that going to get spent on? You can't just draw cards 3 times here. So, but okay, I suppose what we could do is if we draw cards, we could play the Whooping Crane and then play the Eagle. Although I kind of want to save some place for that final round, but maybe just for this end of round goal. But I think we do still draw here. Okay, Collar does come up. That's slightly interesting. Not massively though. Nightingale as well. I guess we'll take another worm. And yeah, I think we probably just tuck those, to be honest. And still keep getting points off this Heron. I don't even know what to say. It really should be missing more. I'm just waiting for that time that it's going to miss and it'll leave me disappointed. But I feel like it's got at least 1 fish every single time, which is just absurd. But yeah, what do we do? I think we got to play 1 bird. I think we got to play 1 bird. I think my opponent is going to want to be spending turns drawing cards here. But no, they're playing more birds. Okay, Sea Eagle. Yes, that's 1. So I think we play the Whooping Crane. And I think maybe we wait and see on that last one. Because this might be a case where we, if you're having to play birds, you can't hit both end of round goals. You can only target one or the other, and maybe if we can target this one and just ignore the last one, that might be the play. So let's play this Whooping Crane, see what we get. Dart Specialist, thank you very much. I will take you all day long, so that was a good play. 6 points off that bonus card. Yeah, this Nest Box Builder, this is tricky. We kind of need a double bird. We need like a house wren or something like that. Because it's not worth playing this Corsican Nuthatch on its own, but if we can get another, maybe this K has to go. I really struggle to see a world in which we get that much food that we can play this, and especially if we're going to play this Eagle, we need to play this Nuthatch and maybe something else to qualify for this bonus card. We're going to have neither the turns nor the food to do this, so I think if push comes to shove here, I think we may play this Eastern Imperial Eagle now, and obviously just tuck these 2 and tuck the Kea as well, and then go into the final round and just, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe we force this Nuthatch. But as I say, I think there's points to be had in being clever, in grabbing some nectar and playing this, and then playing a grassland bird. So we'll see how we can negotiate that, but as always, it's going to depend a little bit what we can find. And alright, on to our last turn of the round, and yeah, you'll see opponent is drawing cards, and Flamingo, the tucks are increasing, but they are still quite low, to be fair, only 10. But yeah, definitely a scary situation. So trying to work out what my opponent wants to do, because I think on this last turn, it's going to be so tempted to draw cards and use this Mockingbird and the Flamingo. But at the same time, I think they're going to want to try and tie this end of round card. And I'm almost thinking to myself, do I intentionally leave the end of round goal entice them into going for it and therefore sacrificing lots of points on the Flamingo. Because I can totally see a situation where I play this eagle, they see the end of round goal's dead, and they think, I'll just draw cards anyway. And then get massive, massive points on this Flamingo. And as I talked about earlier, it's sort of an interesting dynamic between these two end of round goals at the end, where actually you kind of want to play a bird now, but also later. And yeah, if we can do something with the eagle and the nuthatch and something else in that last round, that could work out in our favour as well. So I think we're gonna take a bit of a gambit here, and we are gonna draw cards and leave the end of round goal and P Warbler potentially helping us out here with another cavity nest. So we'll keep on getting our Pukeko eggs. We're going to keep on tucking away as well. And yeah, see if this heron could keep working, and indeed it can. And we're going to keep taking these caches because, yeah, fish, not really what we're looking for. But yeah, this warbler, I can totally see a world where you know, we get another worm off the kookaburra, so we can take food, play the nuthatch, and then get the seed, hopefully via nectar, to play this, and then play the eagle as well, and that's going to be our target. So it looks like, there we go, woodcock has gone down. I managed to entice my opponent to go for that end of round goal. So I think on balance, sacrificing those 3 points, I think that's going to be worth it, because yeah, we would have lost so many more Flamingo, and potentially these are points we can gain back and then some with this final end of round goal, because we could, let's say in an ideal world, we could be playing nuthatch, warbler and eagle, and so that's 3 birds played, and that's so difficult with not many eggs down, with not much food around. That's very, very difficult to manage to keep up with. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, we are going to draw cards. We're going to draw cards probably just once this final round, and not going to see much Flamingo action, one would imagine. But see what we get first of all. Off the deck, Magpie Lark would be interesting, but I don't think we're going to have eggs in the forest here. We're going to need Kookaburra to work for us when it does. And yeah, let's go and tuck, I guess. Yeah, well, we can't play the Ribble, as nice as that would be. Alright, Heron, what can you do for me today? Okay, you're going to get me a fish, but you're going to make things difficult on that feeder, so we may need to keep this fish. I'm just trying to think in terms of getting the food cost. I mean, obviously the annoying thing about this warbler is that it can't go in the grasslands, so we're sort of sacrificing maybe some nectar points there, which is a shame. I mean, we could just keep drawing cards. This is the thing. So it's a 4-point engine. But I think to take food, play nuthatch, and play warbler, I think that's already worth more than 4 points a turn when you get the Nestbox Builder hit, when you get the nectar points and the bonus card here. So we're going to keep that fish. We're going to keep that fish as a bit of a insurance marker, I think. Where if we do need to do some forcing for one of these 2 birds, then we can do that. But yeah, I think 4 turns left. The plan very much is going to be take some food here, play nuthatch, play warbler, play eagle, and it's a slightly unconventional end game when you've got such a nice wetlands with a mute swan and an overperforming heron. But yeah, this end of round god does, let's say, bring a little bit of a dynamic into it, and if we can get some extra points there, because I think that's my opponent's end game as well, is just playing birds here. Yes, Spoonbill's going down. They're going to want to play as many as they can, especially with not too many cubes, just the one to work with on the Flamingo. That definitely changes things a little bit. So let's grab those 2 food, and yeah, the plus side is that we do at least get a reroll. So this is a bit of a gamble, because we are going to need to get the food that we're looking for. And there's no guarantee that a seed is going to come up. But I think we've got to take that gamble. I think we've got to take that gamble, and yeah, if it doesn't come up, well, I'm in the mud a bit. I'm not really sure what I'd play. We may just go back to drawing cards, but hopefully we don't have to cross that bridge. I mean, maybe my opponent wants to take food, and maybe a nectar will be left there. We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully we can get all these birds down, get some points off these bonus cards, and yeah, we know this eagle's going to be big points as well. And alright, on to our next turn here. Opponent's not taking food because they're laying eggs. Clearly got some birds they want to play. But so do we, so it's time. It's time to play this nuthatch, and we want to do it like that. Keep the 2 worms. Go see what this bonus card is first of all. Okay, I'll take that. I hate these data analyst bonus cards, but 3 points from a mystery bonus card. I'll take that all day long. And please, bird feeder reroll. You've over-delivered. You've given too much nectar that my opponent's going to like, but we'll certainly take that one. And yeah, we can follow through with our plan. Play the warbler, play the eagle, score lots and lots of points. So decent across the board on the bonus cards. And yeah, a couple of big point plays that, as I say, aren't going to help. On these inner run goals where we have been pretty strong, which you don't often see in these sort of wetlands engine games, but I think we've kind of targeted the ones that we could, maybe deliberately left ones that worked in our favour to do so. But yeah, I'd be surprised if my opponents are able to get 2 more birds. I mean, we might see, I suppose, if they've got like a red kite or something like that you can play on top of something. That might be an option, but yeah, where they're strong is these nectars, as I kind of said at the start. Not really an area we've been able to target too much, but we're at least qualifying in the forest now. We're going to miss the grasslands, but that's kind of a function of the birds we've been finding. Unfortunately, just going that way. So, what is my opponent doing? They're taking food, indeed, grabbing a bunch of nectar. So. Very, very nice. But yeah, we're going to get our warbler into the game. And yeah, we're going to win this in a rumble because you've only got 1 turn left. You can play a bird, but so can we. And that's what I was talking about, where we maybe sacrificed 3 points in round 3 on that end of round goal, but we've made it back here by being able to play the bird a round later. So we've not actually lost out anything there. That's worked out pretty nicely. And yeah, no food left in supply. Oh, Kakapo, very nice. So we're not going to play Archaea, but you play Kakapo. Yeah, no food left. Only a couple of cards left over, not too bad at all. And down goes Eastern Imperial Eagle, very, very nice. Big point bird. And yeah, Kakapo, we'll see. I mean, a couple of late bonus card gambles. Seen the Spoonball come out. See what this Kakapo can do. Always a little bit scary. Adds a bit of uncertainty and a bit of spice into this end game. And yeah, not what we want to be seeing, but hopefully we'll cross our fingers and nothing too crazy comes out there. So as I say, really kind of struggled on these nectars, missing out in the grasslands, but at least qualifying the other 2. So 4 points. Up against 15 though. We are going to have to try and build a bit of a lead. And for us, that's really going to be in the tucks. But we did get some big birds down at the end there. And it's 43 apiece, so neck and neck. Ooh, not great on the bonus cards there, only 5. So yeah, we come out ahead there. As I said, strong at the end of round goals as well. Not too many eggs on either side. Not too many caches over there, but 13. Thank you, Heron. Doing a great job. That lead is going to grow through these tuck cards. 29 is strong. So yeah, even with a loss on the nectar. Pretty comfortable win it in the end there. 126 up against 87. So yeah, I think that was just a little bit of a struggle, unfortunately, for my opponents. Obviously, Flamingo's nice, but I've said it a few times. Kind of need to get it out a little bit earlier. Did definitely scare me though. Got very, very spooked when that went out. But it was a nice board all round for us. I'd say decent on the bonus cards in the end. Finding some points late on. And just having those birds to play at the end, hit the end of round goal. Exactly what we wanted to see. So There we go, a nice win, and as I said at the start, that is going to see us through into the next round, into the knockout phase, which is what this was all about. So thank you very much for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you want to see more games from that knockout round, or some other gameplay, do hit subscribe. Make sure you're following along, and I hope to see you in another game very soon. Ooh, Mute Swan! Things we like to see!